Sacramento in general has, for a long time now, has always been a place where people come to skate. People come to get, finish out video parts and make a push to get stuff done. And I think, for sure this weekend was one of the more productive weekends I've been a part of. I mean, you guys got here on a Friday. I know for sure I was on a flight out of Sacramento on Monday morning, and we got stuff every day, all day. Maybe 99 is probably when I first started shooting photos out here. So yeah, I mean, I've seen a lot of skateboarding go down here. And two, like I shot a lot of it, but even if I wasn't shooting all of it, I was here for a lot of it too, Late 90s, early 2000s to, Miles' generation now.
Yeah, Alan hit me up and said he was coming out to SAC because they just got my first graphic done and they wanted to film my Welcome to Primitive commercial. And yeah, he was bringing Gio and Carlos, so we had a cool little squad for the weekend mission. We all linked up at the park like usual. I'm there. I knew you guys had my graphic, so I was pretty excited to see that. Set it up, we all got warmed up and decided to start at Macy's Ledges. Yeah, we got here and there was no security to be seen. We ended up skating probably like 20, 30 minutes. Carlos started filming something, I started filming something, and we both ended up getting our lines, and then security pulled up like right after. After setting up my graphic and like just knowing I was skating that board, that kind of just set my energy on like another level. I was just ready to get some clips, and I felt like everything was going to go smooth, like having that board. Yeah, starting off the trip with like not getting kicked out of Macy's, both of us getting lines that were hyped on. It was a pretty good start to the trip. I mean, after we skated Macy's, it was a Friday, and spots during the week in SAC are pretty dry. Davis is usually like the go-to spot because you can kind of skate that any day and the cops don't really mess with you. So we were like, fuck it, yeah, let's go. I tried a trick there on the ledge to drop that I was down to try, and I know Carlos wanted to skate that spot too. So yeah, we pulled up and I wasn't feeling my trick. It wasn't working right, and ended up just kicking back and letting Carlos do his thing. And I knew like the moment he came into town and decided to skate that spot, like I always thought he would skate that spot. He was flipping into it almost every time, and it was just a matter of time until he landed it. He wasn't having any like sketchy situations. And
Carlos in particular, you watch someone skate that and it looks so easy from the position you're shooting it, right? But like you go up and actually look at it, that's a tall ledge. Like that's not like a small ledge to get on to start with. And it's not short either. And then with the drop, it's as easy and smooth as it seems, right? Like he was flipping into it perfect, every try, sliding, and it just seems like just this casual progression, but it's a really gnarly trick. I
mean, there's tricks that are still open to do on the ledge to drop, but for the amount of stuff that's been done, there's only like really difficult tricks that are left to do. So doing switch with back tail, that's one of his like go-tos. He has it like that. So for him to do that on that spot was shit stands out. Pretty fucked up. And he landed that shit like hella perfect. Like, it's crazy. It was like completely textbook. I don't know, he landed that. Gio hadn't skated too much yet, and we had just skated ledges, so we were still pretty like gassed up to skate. And then went and checked out the 9. Yeah, Gio right away, I think, hopped on it and wanted to skate it. I'm always down to like skate that rail just because it's perfect. And then Gio was pulling up fakie, doing fakie tail, or like nollie front nose, but fakie. And then Carlos was doing switch front hurricane. Just like the session was going. Yeah, switch front blunt came into my head. And then Carlos was like, all right, if you try it, I'll try my trick, like commit to the switch front hurricane. And we were kind of just going back and forth. Gio landed his shit in like 5 minutes. Me and Carlos were still skating it. Once I tried to switch front blunt, it felt pretty easy. And then after a couple tries, it ended up working out. Yeah, that definitely got everyone's spirits like going after the first day. We got like 1, 2, 3, 4, pretty much like 5 tricks on the first day. And on a weekday in Sacramento, that's pretty like rare to go down. So it was everyone was fired up. Yeah, the second day, same thing, started up at Mather. It's always our go-to to warm up there. We knew we were gonna go to the 18 Blanche, and so we were all just kind of like getting our energy going at Mather and pretty much just prepping to go skate an 18 rail. This trip is hella funny. God damn. Carlos was like, all right, I'm gonna board slide it for sure. Like, he's been on a thing where he's just trying to jump on every like rail just to like, so he's comfortable. So like, fuck it, I'm down to 50 it. I don't know if I'm gonna try a trick, but I'm down to like at least grind it and just have a session. Yeah, we all got to the 18 and I mean, it looked how we thought it was gonna look. It's pretty perfect 18 rail. And then, yeah, we were all kind of just like, all right, like we knew we were all gonna skate it. So we were just kind of like, all right, who wants to jump on it first? Like rolling up, and then Gio's like, all right, fuck it right here. And he just like jumped on a board slide. I don't know if he landed the first one, but he definitely like slid the whole thing and jumped off. And then I was like, all right, fuck it, I got your back. And then I hopped on a 50. I think Carlos maybe me and Gio tried one more, and then Carlos was like, all right, right here. And then hopped on a board slide. Once he hopped on the board slide, then everything got pretty gassed up. Like, yeah, Gio started just hopping on back blunt. The first blunt slide he hopped on, slid the whole thing, jumped off, and then second try, I remember he landed it, went into the grass, and then, yeah, he wanted to do it perfect. So he ended up, I think it was only maybe like 3, 4, 5, a couple tries later, did a perfect like vertical blunt, landed right in because it lands like half and half concrete and grass, and he did it like perfect enough where he kind of popped out and just rolled straight away. So that was pretty beast. It just looked like a walk in the park, like he was just blunt sliding the ledge, like no problem. I mean, we skated the 18 and then we're kind of just plotting on spots, and I thought about Ponderosa, and we were talking about this red rail that has like a bear trap I skated before. Gio was like, oh yeah, fuck it, like let's go check it out. So pulled up, yeah, Gio just started hopping on it again right away. Yeah, that was super comfortable on the rails. So like he just hopped on, jumped off, 50-50'd it pretty easy, and then yeah, did front 50, back 180, and just hips were just moving.
What's fucked up about skating with someone with Gio too, and a weekend like that is you're like, is this normal? You know what I mean? Like you like never skated with somebody, and then you skate with them for 2 days or 3 days, and everything that he did was really hard. Blunt sliding an 18 stair rail for, you know, I don't know how many tries that took him.
The first time I tried the nollie heel was a couple weeks before. Through a couple, I think I tried to nollie over the rail just to feel the pop, and I think I stuck one and slipped out, so I was like, all right, for sure, like this is gonna be pretty easy. I popped one and like was waiting for it to flip, and I caught it primo, and then at the last second I tried to kick it away, and it like flipped perfectly back under me, and I just like bodied my shit. Luckily it didn't hurt that bad. It just like kind of just shocked me a little bit. I was more pissed off that like freak accident kind of happened because I felt like it was gonna be like a walk in the park. I think I tried maybe 5 more and then I got over it. I knew for sure I wanted to come back. I just, another day, wait for it to work out. And so when you guys came into town this time, that was mainly for the Welcome to Primitive commercial. So I knew I had to film like at least one good trick. Yeah, it was the last day. Started off at Mather again. I knew we were in the area of the nollie hill, so I was like, fuck it, all right. Like, now's the time, it's the last day, so let's go try to knock it out.
I think what's interesting too, like you go back and forth, like all 3 of those dudes, Gio, Carlos, and Miles, are really consistent and really like technically skilled, and they also commit, right? They're full commitment, they go for it. And so sometimes when maybe you have to make a trip, a second trip to go do something, it's a little bit of a reality check to me, like, oh no, this isn't easy. Like this, it looks easy, but this isn't easy. This is actually really hard. They're just that good, you know?
I mean, there was like a little pressure on it to land it, because I mean, I tried it before and that slam happened, but that kind of made me want to go back and do it more. Yeah, ollied over it, through same routine, threw a nollie over it, kicked it away, and then started trying the nollie heel. It felt pretty cool. It was going to my feet, kicking it away, so felt like it was going to work this time. It was feeling pretty comfortable, and then yeah, I caught the right one, and the first one I stuck, it just like worked perfectly. I was pretty relieved to land that shit after that slam and all that. And it was the last day of the trip, so it felt pretty good to get that clip knowing I had something like solidified for the introduction. So after the nollie heel, that was kind of the end of the trip. I knew you guys had to get back to LA. Carlos last minute was like, yo, if you guys want to check out Davis on the way out, like I'm down to skate it. So we all got kind of fired up, like, all right, bro, you got it. Like last trick of the trip, let's go. So we all drove out there. Yeah, Carlos started hopping on the rail and was getting pretty cozy, and it looked like he was about to make it happen. And yeah, it was kind of a battle. He was like grinding a couple, putting them down, slamming, like trying to get the turnout right. And then yeah, after a while of just doing those over and over, he ended up getting a perfect switch hurricane. We were all tripping because all the clips that had gone down, and then to end on that one that he had already tried like the first day of the trip, that was just like super sick. It was like a perfect trip after that.